Wonderful viewers, God bless you so much that we are all coming here back together again. We are live on Coda TV, and today is Monday, and like you always know, it is Kingdom Update. And today we have these wonderful brothers here that are going to help us to do justice. And what we are going to do today mainly is to look at what is happening around the world. And you know that one thing, we are believers, but we live in the world. Therefore, everything that happens in the world concerns you and it concerns me. So, what is our responsibility socially? That is why we are here today. Today, in brief, we are going to be talking about the 19 kids plus, I think 18 plus a school teacher that have passed on in America due to shooting by one of the younger guys. This is what we're going to look into. And then we are going to come up with a few things that are concerning that you need to know, so that as a parent or as a believer, you know where you stand and how Christianity is connected to this thing that is happening. So we welcome our wonderful guests to the studio, and I think these men need no introduction in Australia. The whole Australia, they need no introduction. If you want me to mention the name of Pastor AJ, I'll tell you, but I know you know. So yes, bro, please introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, our great host, Mr. Ebenezer. First time in this beautiful studio, and I might say you have done well. God bless you.
Amen.
Coda TV is gonna go far because I'm here.
That's right.
And when I'm in anything that I get my hands on to support, it goes well.
Exactly.
We thank God for this evening that we are sitting here and everybody at home listening to us and watching us. Yeah. My name is Emmanuel Kokweje, as most people know me as Pastor AJ, but that's my full name. Yeah, this is me. You have to see me and get to know me better.
That's right.
I'm a leading pastor of FCI, which is Freedom Center International. We are on 222 Hosting Park Road, Liverpool, the place to be. If you don't live in Liverpool, you're missing out in Australia. It's the best place to be. You know, it's one of the fastest growing place in Sydney, Australia. I'm a married man with 4 beautiful children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Yeah. So, and yeah, we have an awesome time in our church. I work with great people, Dr. Daniel, Joe, and also other leaders of the church.
That's right.
Yeah, and that is who I am.
Wonderful. And there's more to this man that maybe you are going to start exploring yourself by the time we are done today. Yes, you hear more. And likewise, this other wonderful man that you've met before. Brother Pratt.
Yeah, my name is Benjamin Pratt, and all my life is the media and broadcasting and communication. And together with Handicapped International and Voice of the Handicapped from Sierra Leone to here, and yeah, and my studio name in Sierra Leone is General Benobe, and that's 5-star general. So anything about the media, communication, and social work, social commentator, or social commentary, I'm here.
That's right.
Awesome.
So it means you've had an encounter with the general himself. So
that's right.
You are in the right place.
I'm sitting down with the general. I'm on it. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. So before we go ahead, in a second, what is it that is going on in the world in America that the whole world has now sort of come to a break? Because the pathetic situation of the number of kids that have died because of the pull of a trigger has become a very, very delicate situation that if you are a parent or you love humanity, you would be very concerned. So when we come back, our viewers are going to give the account of what the situation, what even caused it. And then we look at what other side of it as well. Join us in a minute.
Okay, so what questions are you? Did you prepare any questions?
What has caused the 19 plus people to die in America? Anyone can take it. Brad Pratt, you want to try it? What is the story behind the deaths in America?
The story behind it's all about grooming kids at home. This is a young fellow, turned 18 years. He started when we used to say in Africa, charity begins at home. Yep. He started off with his grandmom. He shot his grandmom on the forehead.
Wow.
Yeah, before he went out on the streets and do what he did so. Right, so it all boils down to the home. How you raise your kids, right? Do you have time for your kids? Do you sit with your kids? Do you teach your kids norms, values, customs, and traditions?
Okay.
Do you teach your kids how much life is expensive? How much, what is respect? Because if this fellow knows, if they were teaching this fellow what is the values of life and the Christianity, you know, like you can twist it down to the Christian values of life. Why do you need to take life? The Bible said that thou shalt not kill. Why do you need to take life? Are you so much trigger happy? Don't you have no sympathy for any human being?
So in what you're saying, see what you're talking from a Christian perspective. Yeah. But we are looking at it from the whole society building.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right in saying that in Proverbs you say train the child the way they should go, and when they grow up they will never depart from it. Yeah. But not every home has that doctrine, that teachings. Yeah. But what triggered this is the way we have built the society, the American society, where they have made it legalized to buy a gun at the age of 18.
At the age of 18.
This is what I believe personally is wrong.
It's wrong.
That young people will be able to have access to a weapon that can destroy other one's life. So it is not just the child training, but when you make things available, easy to access by young people, then young people will just
they'll use it and abuse it.
What to answer your question is to do with the society that we live in, gaming, shooting, having fun, you know, so there could be underlying trigger by this young person. We don't know the family setup. We don't know who he is. We don't know. But I'm just generalizing. Why would a young person, the age of 18, 10 19, or 17, 10, 18, go and kill people at school?
Kids, in school.
So the doctors will look at his brain, but I don't even know the history. But what I do,
I think the level that I gathered, they said they could not trace any mental issue yet.
Okay. So he doesn't have any mental issue.
No.
So it's the society, the way they have built the American society, because somebody is profiting from the loss of life.
And that's the Gunsmith.
So somebody said, look, you guys complain about war, but war is created by human beings.
That's right.
And when human beings create war, somebody's making money.
Somebody's making money, of course.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
As bad as war is, once war starts, there is somebody making money.
Big money.
So is it the motivation of making money? That's why American cannot make better laws for their guns, or they don't care about their citizens. That is the question that when I was listening to the news, I was asking myself. Because in Australia, may the Lord bless our dear John Howard, say, I salute you. And when I grow up, I want to be like you. Do you understand? He took a step in Australian politics. Politically, he did what nobody has able to do. But he even risks his life. This is a leader that cares about the people. So I can sit here and tell you clear that the American politicians, all of them, they're all fake. Everybody that will come out there and say, "Oh, we sympathize with the family. We do this." What's the old man's name? Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
If you're listening, he said, "In the name of God, what is this? In the name of God, what is this?" The people appoint you to be the leader.
Yeah.
If the law doesn't allow you to use your political power as a president of the United States of America to make changes in the gun law, then why are you there for?
But then let's twist the coin the other way. It can propose the law.
Yes.
But what Congress say?
Who is Congress? When we saw, is it not human being?
Two-third majority.
Who is Congress?
Two-third majority.
Who?
For that,
Are they not mothers?
This
Are they not fathers?
the gun laws in Australia, in America, is entrenched clause. It can only be turned over by
They don't
two-third
care. They
majority.
don't care about the people.
This
and
is
people of America know
this is
that
the problem why
all
this gun law
Americans
is
will
still
be hearing.
in the book of America. It's an entrenched clause,
Okay.
right?
Who
and
wrote the
every
clause?
entrenched clause, you have to take it to Congress, and it must have a two-third majority.
Okay.
Okay, so
They
if
have-
I understand you well, then it means that there's a place you can go to kickstart a procedure to turn it around.
That is it.
So why is it not being used?
I
That is
think
what
they
the
have
state is
done.
trying
They
to-
have done that about twice, and they have
blocked it.
Yes, they blocked it.
Yeah.
Right down there for
Okay, can I-
Congress.
can I
and this
say
is
something?
the house that represents the whole of America. It's not Senate,
Can I say
but
something?
Congress.
You said they have tried to take it to
Congress.
that
During
office
Obama's
to try to
time.
Yes, they
overturn
tried.
it.
That was
My
the Sandhu
question is-
killing.
How much money was spent last year for election for all the presidential candidates? How much airtime did they spend talking to people for them to understand their policies that they are bringing across, and compare it to how much airtime they spent educating the people against the gun law that they were trying to revoke?
Yeah.
That tells you a leader who wants to cause a change in an area. If I want to be the president of Australia, it means that I will make sure almost every single day my picture, my ideas are spoken about or advertised on all or some of the major TV stations.
That's right.
Every single day.
They do
Because
that. They do
I want
that
to
all
make
the
a
time.
statement subconsciously on the minds of the people. There is this particular advert of one of the guys in Australian politics that there's a hole in your budget.
Yeah.
Very interesting song. There's a hole in
In
your
your
budget.
budget. Yeah.
Very funny, simple. It has made a statement
Yeah.
in the mind of
people.
everybody,
Yeah.
like people that I know personally.
That's right. And
You know,
when, I
just-
think it's
just
Clay
a second.
Palmer. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So if they really want to revolt this or turn this around, Americans have been demonstrating like for
Yeah,
Black Lives
every day.
Matter.
Yeah.
Wait, Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
took a different dimension.
Yeah.
Do you think Americans want to die?
No.
So if you have educated them that, look, I'm the president, I feel the death rate, like now that this has happened, if they decide to push an agenda to say we are disarming the citizens and arm the military to protect you better, and they kickstart this on TV every single day for the next 1 to 6 months, trust me, people that thought it was safer holding a gun would now begin to understand it is safer to give it to the army. But now we've all made it look like in America, for your safety you must own
You
a
must
gun.
own a gun, yeah.
But sometimes, have you thought about the fact that you can have a gun?
And yet
All the
your
people
life
that
is
are
not
dead
safe.
out of gunshots all own guns.
Yeah.
So it means whoever pulls the trigger first win the day.
Yeah.
So it's not about owning the
Only
gun.
the guy, yeah.
Listen.
Who first pulled the
Americans spend trillions of dollars on war.
trigger? Yeah.
That's right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If they don't know, I'll give you an idea. If they ask every citizen to trade in their guns for money, yeah, because they want a safe society,
Yeah.
all the citizens will do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Americans,
what they use
the
also in the
manufacturing
country,
company,
to get the guns
that-
out of the rebel son.
of course,
Bring your
They manu-
gun, will give you $1,000.
whatever you paid for, because they spend trillions of dollars on aid, trillions of dollars on going to Afghanistan,
Yeah.
trillions of dollars of
Peacekeeping.
going to Iraq and Iran and even Ghana, building a base there. They spend money they are building base everywhere. And
Everywhere.
I'm asking myself, why your people are poor? When I went to New York, people that lives there don't even talk about it. They are poor, but they'll come and build base in Darwin, spend money on the army. So they know they have the solution in their hands.
That tells you where their interest lies.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I want to appeal to all Americans. They're doing demonstration, but it's not just the demonstration.
No.
Yeah,
it is about the American people going to elect their own local people that will go and say, well, look, we are going here with this agenda. We're going to fight to the top.
Exactly.
And kill this for once and for all. Because Trump is not going to do it. You know what Trump said? He said, this is even the reason why we should be more armed.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
The whole president.
This
is the reason why
having more guns to protect life. That's what they said.
Yeah. Why? So if nobody has guns,
let us play one of the situations that would give viewers a little bit of background about this story that we are discussing now. Okay, viewers, just listen to this short part of the situation in America when it comes to the deaths of these kids. And then we'll take it from there in a second. Just short one.
In Uvalde in Texas, and that is when the 18-year-old gunman, who was a local, as we just heard, he was acting alone. He pulled up at this school, carried out this massacre before he was shot dead by police. Here's the Texas governor.
An 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde. It's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle, but that is not yet confirmed.
You can see in some of the images people running, children afterwards running for their lives. Officials also confirming that the students at this school were in grades 2, 3 and 4. So that is ages 7 to 10. President Biden has been briefed. He will be speaking at the White House in a few hours' time, addressing the nation about this tragedy. But what people will want from him is not just words, Ali and Carl, but action, because very little has changed in this country with gun control and gun laws, and here we are, another massacre, 15 dead, 14 of them small children killed in their classrooms.
Well, it just brings back memories, doesn't it, Amelia, of Sandy Hook, and we saw there were no changes in gun laws then. But 144 days into this year, 212 mass shootings. What does that tell you?
And a huge increase just from last year. There have been more than 60 active shooter incidents. The FBI released this report only yesterday, Ali. That was up 52% from 2020. It's at the highest tally in 20 years. So there's no doubt there is an enormous problem in this country. And every time we see one of these massacres, these tragedies, the same thoughts and prayers, the same calls for action, and nothing seems to change.
No child should be afraid to go to school. No parent should be afraid to send them, and no teacher.
All right, viewers, so this is the state of America.
Yeah.
All right. So now we know that the main issue is the gun. All right. Even though the people carry the gun. But then one thing is, I always have something that I believe we need to look into, that nobody can trust himself when he's angry. The only thing that causes the most proud person to say, I'm sorry, is when he gets angry and he does things. And later comes back to his senses. Then he go like, bro, I'm so sorry I did this to you. At that point, he's able to put his pride aside, because something in him has overtaken his consciousness and has caused him to act in a way that he didn't want to act. Okay, so it means that we all lose balance or consciousness of ourselves when we are angry. So it means that none of us should be trusted with a weapon.
That's true.
Nobody should be trusted.
Yeah. Only the trained people. I always say
we are going there.
Trained people.
Because the trained people have their guns under lock and they have an executive officer in charge.
Yeah.
Until they open it, even they don't trust the trained men.
Yeah.
So they don't let the trained men sleep with guns.
No,
because anything can happen.
When they get upset,
Yes.
even against their colleagues, in the barracks, they fight. If you visit barracks before, depots before, the army officers, the police officers, they exchange blows.
And they're human beings.
Of course. So if they that are trained, knowing the consequences and the use of weapons, are not allowed to carry it anyhow, why are we allowed to keep it at home when we are not trained? And then we also don't have any training on how we manage our emotions. So once you trust any human being with a weapon, remember, weapons are power. And we all know that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Absolutely.
So if I have got a gun, remember that the slightest thing when I'm upset, I want to do something. And whenever human being is angry, he tends to exercise his anger. So this is where things are wrong in America, from what I think. Because if you take somebody's girlfriend just for that reason, he can express himself.
They shoot you.
That's how he's gonna express himself.
When I was in New York, somebody will shoot you over a car park.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Because you parked where they were supposed to park.
Yeah.
And because you argue with them, they go through their glove box, come and say boom, 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 you're dead. So it's normal. Look.
So that's how they're expressing their frustration. But if that is taken out, then they will speak to express their frustration.
Of course, you fight with your hands.
Do whatever. How many people could this guy have killed if someone even offended him with his bare hands, or with even a stick or knife?
Nobody.
Maybe one.
No.
Or he could have just
the kids will even
somebody. Everyone will run away.
will rush on him and fight with him. But the thing is, as you spoke that word, you say, out of anger, the truth is spoken.
That's right.
Or out of anger, what is inside of you is demonstrated. Okay. So the American people need to be angry about their politicians.
That's right.
Because the video, you see the video, the lady said, this has happened before.
Yeah.
Obama time was 2012,
yeah.
is it?
12, yeah.
That was what, in Virginia.
Yeah, this is the third deadliest school shooting.
In school.
The first one was in Virginia Tech shooting in 2007. The second one was in Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in 2012, and this one in 2022.
Yeah. So it is not something that is common.
Yeah.
It's happening. I was listening to 2BG. That's the God bless the 2GB staff. One of the ladies said that when she was on foreign correspondent with America, they don't report all of them because it happened a lot.
Yeah.
That is the massive one is what make it to the major media. So this one, like, it's like under 10, they don't report.
Yeah.
So it's not something that is happening just once in every year or 2 years. It's happening daily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like a pattern of living now.
Yeah.
You can hear a gunshot in the next street. It's normal.
Yeah.
Especially in these states, Texas. Texas, everybody knows
That's
in
the
world.
Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They have one of the worst gun law. An attempted theft of a car, you must be shot on sight. Just make the attempt.
Wow.
Yes. So this is what is now happening in America. A country that the whole world is looking up for an example as a role model.
Which world is looking up to them? I don't look up to them.
Yeah, like the father, the father of democracy, a big life. Every youth in the world want to go to America.
I look up to Australia.
I mean, imagine. Everybody wants to go to America.
The issue is when you stand out of America, you want to be in America.
Yes.
Once you get exposed to the outside and the wilder world, developed world, you don't want to be in America.
No.
That's the thing.
No, well, if you, I don't know where in America you went to.
But no. I've never longed to be to America. I've never longed to be America. I don't know.
I can see
my own youths.
No, I mean, look, I love New York. I love New York.
I never longed to go to America.
Okay. I love New York, but when I went to the Bronx, my goodness, that's another topic. Let's focus on this.
Yeah, so knowing that guns are the problem now.
Yes.
And I would say guns and the system. Because I believe, because the victims of gun recklessness have never been the politician and their family, it has never been important for them to make amendments to it. That's where I stand.
That was my point that I was going to bring.
Yes. Okay.
You see, what happens is in society, let's say I go to the elite school where all the politicians, children goes to school.
That's what I mean.
And blow them. I think somebody should do that.
One
Not
day,
me, not me.
everything will change.
See, if it happened in their backyard,
Of course.
yeah, and all the politicians where their kids goes to school, and somebody went there and spray all the kids, and 50 or 30 kids' life is lost. You see that they'll call all their colleagues and then begin to amend the law
Yeah.
and put even thorough check.
Yeah.
Look at this funny thing. You know, in America, before you can drive, you have to be 21.
Yeah.
But to buy a gun, you have to be 18. That's it. That's the most funniest law I've ever seen. Do you understand?
I know,
To
yeah.
drink, you have to be 21. To buy a gun, you have to be 18.
18 and above.
So it means that they actually love people buying guns. Because as I said, either the politicians are making money or there's a business lobbies that are
Yes.
making money.
The gunsmiths,
Or
people.
there's somebody who is making money
Yeah.
on the life of the people.
Of course.
Because guns can be used in different ways. They have sports, they have created sports for it. They have the army that goes to war, which, you know, is another topic, but
Yeah.
it's okay. And let's look at the way we spend money even on building submarines and guns and all that and planes for war. So I think the people of United States of America need to be angry
Yeah.
because the Bible says that when Paul was preaching and there was a young woman annoying him, yeah, the Bible says that he turned around and rebuked the spirit
That's right.
that was inside of her.
Yeah.
Okay, so Americans have to be annoying about this situation. The whole nation. I love that man, that basketball interview
Yeah.
that he pushed it that way. God bless him. You know, if all of the people rise up and say we will go to where the governments are meeting.
Yeah.
Is it the same place that Trump supporters went
Yeah.
and started blasting them and all
Blasphemy,
that?
yeah.
They will make the law change
Oh, yes.
because
I believe so.
until you're angry and your anger provoke you, nobody will take you seriously,
That's true.
and they'll take you for a ride.
That's right.
Look at what happened in Australia politics. When the Australians were angry about the major parties, they came and voted in their numbers and made a change. That is what my opinion will be. For my people in America, we love you, we care about you. In Australia, we are praying with you, but the prayer will not do anything. It's just like it brings healing into your heart and your soul and your mental state. But you need to take an action. You need to take an action. The citizens of America must take an action and hold their politicians accountable for it, because every change can come. They made a lot of changes. A lot of changes about the way our sex life should be. If it was, they will campaign and spend a lot of dollars to make changes. So I'll leave, that's my opinion. I'll leave the rest.
You are very right, because when you look at how they have managed to even alter gender. When we used to know there were two genders.
With law as well.
Yes.
You see, the law is the law. We used to say the law is the law until the law is changed.
Yeah.
Now, the laws in America about gun, as I said earlier on, is an entrenched clause, and short laws, to repeal short law or to amend short law, it needs a 2/3 majority in Congress. Now, why should an 18 years of age teenager who is not even thinking straight, right, still under parental care, should go to the shop, to go to Gunsmith and buy gun as you're buying like cookies or chocolates? Why can't they like regulate the age? Like you should be like 40 years and above. 40 years and above before you can buy a gun. Because 40-year man or 40-year woman, before you do something, you must think twice. But 18 years, man, imagine when I was 18, you were 18. When my dad said, don't go there, I want to know the reason why I should not go there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is the thing. If they don't want to even remove the law or repeal the law, please amend the age of possessing a gun. 18 years?
Too young.
No, it's too young. It's too young. Imagine then, I forgot to bring this point.
Yeah.
This fellow, as we used to say in Africa, charity begins at home. He shot his grandmom on the head before he went out to do his havoc on this 19 students and 2 teachers and wounded 17 others. It started at home. Charity begins at home. Let us don't forget our kids at home. Parents, guardian, be with your kids at home. Teach them norms and values. Respect for others. Respect for life. Because this is the life when once you lose it, you don't get it back.
That's right. Yes, once.
Can you imagine all what he has done and then he turned the gun on himself?
I think, is it not the police?
He killed himself.
The police.
At the end.
The police shot him.
Then police, because he was running.
I think he wanted to. And then they did it for him.
Yeah, man.
It's very sad.
You see,
It's sad.
Great man, I was thinking about something right now. That why are they allowed to own the guns? I'm thinking for them, it's for self-defense, right?
That's what
it's
they
for
say.
self-defense. Yeah, that was why it was in on the American law book.
All right. So it means that I don't expect Americans to complain that someone has been shot dead, because once I defend myself with a gun, I'm defending myself not from cockroaches and dogs. I'm going to defend myself from other human beings. So it means you have given me the ticket to kill some people when I feel I'm not safe. Technically, because if I'm going to defend myself, then anything that makes me defenseless, I have to take it off.
Yeah, that's another angle to look at it.
So
but
this is why I believe that people also being allowed to own guns and they have been encouraged to protect themselves and defend themselves. They are defending themselves to the best of their knowledge. Because if I feel that I need to defend myself and my career, somebody is obstructing it, I have to defend my career. Because self-defense cannot narrowly be defined as just somebody wanting to punch you. Somebody may feel defenseless, or his space is encroached in when you even walk in front of his house 3 times. He's not comfortable. Based on your look,
then they decide to shoot
defend himself.
Yeah.
So I believe that one thing Americans have forgotten is on their dollar bill, it is stated on it, "In God we trust."
Yeah.
But then it looks like Americans have decided to change that in their minds, but it is physically still written there. Or maybe we are not sure of the God they trust in. Maybe they need to define the God they are trusting very well again.
There's different types of God.
That's right.
There's a God.
So if it is the God of Israel that we know that they are saying they trust in, then I believe Americans must revisit their educational system and come up with proper ways of defending their citizens, because many countries, developed countries, are protecting their citizens by disarming them.
Yeah.
Australia has disarmed all
Australia
the
one
citizens.
is international. Every country is copying that. So I think it's time for America. You say you look up to them.
Yeah.
It's time for them to look up to Australia. Uncle Joe Biden, we love you, but he made our Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. Hey, I'm just even like Scott Morrison was my man, but Anthony Albanese is our new leader. They met. I thought maybe he will give him some advice on that, tips, and just copy what Australia has done, and they can do it. Americans can do anything.
Oh yes, if they want to.
That's it. It's just a matter of the politicians putting their mouth where their money is. or putting their money where their mouth is. To me, it's a show. They're coming on TV, giving a speech. Talking is cheap.
That's not part of the politics.
Yeah. Talking is cheap. Of course, somebody is becoming popular. Every news will call them CNN, BBC, ABC. All this. We are Koda TV is calling us. We are expressing our views on this matter. But the most important thing is that we should not choose money over people.
That's right.
Because people make a nation. People build companies.
That's right.
People build society. People are, the children have lost their life. Some were going to be doctors, engineers, accountants and lawyers. All of them, their ambition in life has been taken away by just a stupid decision that a young man took. In a split of a second,
That's right.
we have lost 19 people's life.
Yeah, just a split of a second. Yeah.
You know, and that is what I will leave our viewers. You can make your own opinion as well. That's my opinion. We plead with the people in power, people that make decisions for the citizens. That look, you can do it. The money we print the money.
That's right.
America prints the dollar. So you can print the dollar, and then inflation will go up. And tell all the people, bring your guns, we'll buy it as a government, and then we'll distribute it into different way and tax them again. So that's my opinion. Thank you very much. I think I will end here.
That's right.
Maybe, you take a commercial break.
Brother, what is your last words as we sign?
My last word is
especially to the Christian families and the victims.
My heartfelt condolences to the Biggie family, and may the souls of the departed rest in perfect peace. And I want to commend the Australian government for the action that they have taken today to confiscate 650,000 guns. You know, because sometimes when people hear this news, it will be tempted for other people and other countries to jump into the same thing. But with this, what has happened in America, Australia wasted no time to confiscate all the guns that they have seized so far. And that's a total of about 650,000.
And that's why we're living peacefully. You can walk around, nobody will shoot you. You can leave your car open. I can park anywhere. I can walk anywhere. Hey, if you're an American citizen, come to Down Under.
Because
come to Australia. Come and live.
That's the
accolade. Place in the world.
That's the accolade. Australia is flying high and wide in the world. That this is the safest country to live. Because nobody can go behind your back inside a shop or in your car and just put a gun behind your neck and telling you to give you $1,000 or $2,000. You know? So please, it's a good move by the Australian government, and we hope that you keep it up.
All right, so viewers, we are ending the program right here. We thank you so much. We've shared our thoughts and our understandings about what has happened so far in America. At this point, we will leave you here and we'll say that see you again on Wednesday on Family Arena. It's going to be another amazing session. But before we go, we'll say try your best and also express yourself. Write your opinions at the bottom of the screen. We have by Brother Benjamin Sadiq saying, more grace, sir. Alberto says, this is interesting topic. And Agape International says, America have many gods, which is really trusted as they still refuse to look into their gun laws. God have mercy for the souls. So we still say that may the lost souls rest in perfect peace. We see you again on Wednesday, but enjoy the emotions of the family that have been affected. Just watch this and then pray for the families.
Residents in Austin, the capital city of the U.S. state of Texas, mourn the loss of 21 lives who were shot dead at an elementary school on Tuesday in Uvalde, a small town in Texas. Many say this is a uniquely American crisis.
I think that the lax gun laws in America are what make it such an American really phenomena. And yes, I do think that the scale of the shootings in the United States is unique to the United States because of the lack of regulations.
It seems to be the case that it is a uniquely American tragedy. It seems like we could get our stuff together and enact some common sense gun laws that would make a big difference.
It appears to be quite an American tragedy, a unique American tragedy, and it's one that we don't deal with. Our politicians will not do anything, no matter how many massacres we have. And I think until we get the politicians on board, we're going to continue to see this. It's a recurring issue because nobody tries to do anything about it, right? The politicians will not do it. Congress cannot even pass a law right now, in terms of screening people for the guns.